Hello everyone! It's been a while. Today we'll be reviewing how to counter SCP-966 in SCP Containment Breach. The best way to avoid SCP-966 is to prevent them from spawning. There are two separate areas that will spawn SCP-966 instances in your match if you enter them. The first is their containment chamber, which can be found in the heavy containment zone. It is made of a little mini hallway, a small diagonal hallway, an office area, and a back room with night vision goggles. There are 3 entrances to this room. Try to avoid it and go around it if possible, and you will prevent 2 SCP-966 instances from spawning. Entering any part of the chamber, even the mini hallway, will spawn them and allow them to roam around the facility for the rest of your game. If you must go in, stick to the mini hallway and the diagonal hallway the first time you enter, as the 966 instances spawn in the office and the backroom area. The second location that will spawn them is the maintenance tunnels. If you don't have the gate passcode, you will be forced to go down the elevator through the tunnels and back up another elevator in order to get to the other side of the gate. Once again, avoid the tunnels if possible and try to see if there is another way around. Additionally, you can easily find the gate passcode by picking up the paper in SCP-372's containment chamber in light containment. When you enter the maintenance tunnels, an instance of SCP-966 will be roaming around down there, and once you come out of the tunnels, 2 more will have spawned to roam around freely in your match. In some cases, you will be forced to go into one of these 2 locations. However, whatever you do, please try to avoid going in both, or else you will have a total of 4 SCP-966 instances roaming around in your game. Please do not do that to yourself. So, let's say you are forced to go into one of these locations. How do you counter SCP-966 once it's gone loose? SCP-966 moves at a walking pace and takes several hits to kill you, with their main lethality coming from the fact that they are invisible. Some signs that they may be in the room with you are: Number 1, doors are opening by themselves. Number 2, you hear breathing that sounds like this. Number 3, text that reads something along the lines of, "You feel like something is in the room with you," pops up. Number 4, you bump into an invisible object. The further I went down that list, the more urgent the sign was. Remember, they are slow, but you would do good to distance yourself a couple rooms away if you notice any of these signs. Utilizing these signs becomes somewhat unnecessary if you have any version of the night vision goggles, as goggles allow you to actually see them. However, you can't always have night vision goggles on 24/7, meaning it would still be wise to utilize these warning signs. If you're with the one down in the maintenance tunnel and you notice any of these signs, turn around and go another way, because the hallways down there are too thin for you to, quickly go around it, and the maintenance tunnels have a very grid-like layout to them, so you should be able to go around. Assuming that SCP-106 is not a problem, like you have 1499 and you used it, or you already contained him. Assuming that SCP-106 is a problem, you can't turn around and, you can't turn back and go another way. You're just going to have to go forward and tank the hit. Better get a hit from 966 than 106, who kills you in one hit. 966 isn't always lethal by itself, but it can sometimes emit waves, indicated by blurred vision and the breathing sounds from earlier, that can cause a player to lose stamina quickly. This, in combination with a more dangerous SCP, can be an extremely sticky situation. This is why it is important to promptly distance yourself from 966 if you notice them around you. Additionally, Combining a gas mask or hazmat suit with SCP-148 in SCP-914 will create a heavy variant of it that will grant you immunity to 966's waves, among other things. I hope you found this video helpful. Be sure to comment below which SCP you would like a guide on next: 106, 173, 096, or the MTF. Don't comment, oh, the MTF is not an SCP. You know what I mean.